Hi everyone, attorney mediator Chris Capocha here with another episode of The Conflict Counselor. Very glad for your company today. The cases I mediate at the 47th District Court in Michigan are all about plaintiffs seeking money damages as compensation for being wronged by the defendants. Of course, the cases vary in terms of facts, issues, and applicable law, but they all tell the age-old story of misdeed by the defendant and rightful retribution by the plaintiff. Occasionally, however, a case comes along that is noteworthy for defying this categorization and for the different and profound lessons it conveys. Today, I'd like to tell you about one such case. A convenience store owner filed suit against his former employee cashier. He claimed that she had negligently loaded $500 onto a debit card for someone over the phone. Of course, it was a phone scam, and the employee was unable to collect payment for the store after the money had been loaded. The manager sued the employee after she quit and failed to reimburse the store. At mediation, the store owner argued that the employee neglected to follow the stated policy prohibiting loading of debit cards over the phone. He stated that such money transfers were required to be done in person at the store and that the employee was aware of this policy. He went on to question whether the employee had conspired with the person on the phone to defraud the store of the funds. A very serious accusation. The employee, visibly upset, explained that she was instructed to load the card by someone who identified himself as a corporate manager of the convenience store chain. She truly believed that the caller was legitimate and had authorized her to transfer the funds by phone, superseding normal store policy. Tearfully, she further stated that she quit her job out of embarrassment and remorse over the incident. And to hear that the manager suspected her of fraud, well, that was devastating. With no savings and now unemployed, she simply could not afford to pay $500 and court fees to settle the case. At this point, the store manager had seen and heard enough to change the whole direction of the case. The employee's contrite demeanor, her sincere and truthful explanation of what happened, the very fact that she appeared in court to defend herself, all made it quite clear that she had made an honest mistake. Thus, the employer could not, in good faith, seek retribution. Instead, he would show mercy by dismissing the case against his former employee and restoring her job. It is highly unusual in any court for the plaintiff to voluntarily dismiss their case against the defendant. When defendants make mistakes that cost plaintiffs money, as they often do, the plaintiffs want and are legally entitled to be compensated. In this case, the mistake by the employee was arguably negligence, entitling the store owner to compensation. That is our system of justice. Sometimes in life, however, the mistake is such that the only response that feels right, that is right, is mercy. You might say, justice from above. As always, it's been my pleasure to talk with you today. Next time on The Conflict Counselor, we're going to discuss spoken words that bind, everything you need to know about verbal contracts. Stay tuned.